Hey everyone, it's Night Horror here, and who am I with?
I'm Little Red Dot. You can just call me Dot. I'm the marketing director for Kobold Press.
Yeah, awesome. And what do you got here? What do you got to say?
That's a great question.
I'm sure nobody in the industry has heard about you guys.
Yeah, we are a company who has for many years made 5th edition adjacent and third party content.
Okay.
As of this year, we have officially announced we are developing our own 5e compatible / parallel system known as Tales of the Valiant. Now, I have one of 150 copies of our new alpha release of this.
Oh.
This is both books that will eventually be ready in 2024 that you can pre-order right now. And this is all the public playtesting feedback put into the work we've done, edited so that you can start to see our process. So this is like a 50% work.
That's
and
awesome.
The final books will come out in spring of next year.
And you know, if you guys have watched any of my PC gaming, you know the development process is a long thing. There's a lot that goes into it. We want everybody to take as much time as they need so that when we get a good product, at the end,
the goal.
It's a product that we all
We actually
want.
were talking about how we changed our process for TOV in terms of how we usually develop our books and our games. It was something very new for us. So we went to kind of a more agile process, which actually allowed us over the last, since February when the first playtest dropped, to be able to put out a playtest every 4 weeks. And those were public. We got your feedback, and every 4 weeks you got something new from us. Some of it worked, some of it didn't, and that was part of the process. And so we really wanted to get away from a lot of tabletop companies that tend to put out playtest packets that are thoroughly finished. We were not interested in that. We kind of wanted to get dirty, and we wanted to put our hands in it. We wanted you to put your hands in it and tell us what did and didn't work, and that's actually how we got here.
Yeah, and one of the things that I always talk about, what companies should want is any feedback you can get. Hopefully you want better feedback, you want high quality feedback, but just wanting feedback is the main thing.
It truly is.
And then seeing okay, we took your feedback and we did something with it. Coming from the PC game kind of stuff, a lot of companies say they want your feedback. Like you said, maybe they really are just trying to put out, drive engagement, not necessarily get
actual feedback. No, we've read many thousands of comments that they have sent us. We've heard you loud and clear, which you didn't like. You all made that real clear. And so, when we're developing, even behind closed doors, we're just human too, right? So we don't know what you like till you tell us what you like and what you don't like. And so we really did go through a process where the playtest you saw back in February doesn't really look anything like what's here. And it shouldn't. It really shouldn't.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of people, I think, again, from my experience, don't really expect that. They don't know what an alpha is or what a beta is. Hopefully, I've explained it a bit.
Good. You're all in the know.
If not, check out those videos. But when someone is interested in this and wants to be part of the development process, you guys are still listening. Where would they go? How do they go to get engaged?
That is a great question.
Process?
So our Discord, the Kobold Press Discord, is our 10,000 person most popular place to just chat with our writers, our designers, the owner of the companies in there. So that's the big community hub, and we are listening to hear you. And then, of course, you can always head to talesofthevaliant.com, and we have all the public playtest packets available for download, the preview available for download, and you'll find all of the feedback forms there.
Okay, cool. And along those lines, is there anything you can think of? I know I'm putting you a bit on the spot.
Oh, goodness.
Where you guys have gotten feedback and made a change, you can just tell me about?
Yeah,
absolutely. Something that came from the community?
Okay, so we did...
and there might be a lot.
Yeah, okay, I'll tell you one very specifically that limit... Like I said, we heard y'all loud and clear. So we are well known for monsters, and it's kind of what Kobold Press has become infamous for in 5th edition over the years. So why wouldn't we be known for monsters in Tales of the Valiant? So we've been looking at the reframing of the monster stat block, how to make it easier for GMs to use. So we thought, in the regular SRD, monster stat block, you can roll for your total HP, or it'll list it. We thought, we don't even need the roll anymore. Let's just leave it as standard, like everybody gets a flat thing, right? No rolling. Y'all did not like that. We took
Nerds like rolling dice.
We took one roll from the GM, and y'all raised hell. So we came back to that. We said, well, that was just a thing. Like that, very clearly the community is connected to that. It's standard for you, and it's familiar. And we don't want to take the familiar things. We just want to make the stuff that wasn't working better. And if it was working, then why change it? So we actually, one of the playtests, the monster playtests went out. It does not look like those stat blocks anymore in the alpha. So that is one very direct place that we heard you loud and clear, and we made that change back to what we know, or what you knew as familiar and what you needed for your monster stat block.
That's cool. And then one thing I ask everybody, because we're all nerds here. We
Yeah.
got different kinds of nerds.
Yeah,
but we're all
sure.
nerds. What got you into doing what you're doing now?
Oh, okay. So tabletop, I was about to say, we could go back to the beginnings of nerddom, but that's way back. What got me into tabletop, actually, so I was an actor for many years. I was going to school for acting, and I was a classical actress, and so every classical actor gets trained on sword, shield, rapier, dagger, right? So I was learning sword fighting in essence.
Okay. As a nerd does.
As a nerd does.
Yeah.
My fight choreographer teacher came to me, and he said, "You're really good with a sword," and I was. I loved it.
Playing a rogue?
Yeah, he said, "How do you feel about doing that to play pretend?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Why don't you?" We used to show up in the park in Savannah. We'd play with swords and weapons, do our thing, and then he would run us through a D&D game afterwards.
Can I ask about how long ago this was?
Oh goodness,
It's a minute.
that would have been 2008 or 9.
Because back in the day, whenever you wanted to invite someone to play D&D, you couldn't just invite them to play D&D or whatever it
you
was.
had to trick him into
You
it.
had to be like, "Hey, what do you like? Are you into this?" You kind of had to beat around the bush.
Yeah, he was like, "You like
And
swords,"
then-
and when we're kind of LARPing, except nothing's foam, it's all real steel. And I was an actor, right? I was doing a lot of improv and comedy, and he's like, "You're gonna love this." And sure enough, he set me down, and there was no coming back.
Yeah.
There's no coming back from that.
I've tricked friends into playing D&D. I'm just like, "Just come over, we'll hang out for a bit."
Yeah, oops, you rolled that dice.
Yeah, I tricked you. I tricked our cameraman Wicked back there. So, well, cool. Well, I appreciate you taking the time.
I
to chat
appreciate
with
you
me
coming
today.
to chat, and thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, it's really fun.